So, Philip Rivers has returned. This on another episode of... So, Philip Rivers, he's back. He's back with the Indianapolis Colts after his substantial retirement of 5 years after the 2020 season. And this is wild because realistically, it's kind of crazy that he's back. He's 44, he hasn't played football in a half decade, and he's going to potentially be leading the Indianapolis Colts against the Seattle Seahawks come Sunday. Now, the Seattle Seahawks, they're a great team right now. They have 10 wins, their offense is good, their defense is even better. And Philip Rivers is coming in to play for the Colts, who they have a lot of issues. On offense, they still got Jonathan Taylor and other playmakers like him, but on defense, they're kind of banged up. So it'll be on the offense to actually set the tone and potentially lead them to a victory against the Seahawks. And this is what Philip Rivers is entering into. Of course, Philip Rivers, he retired after the 2020 season where he took the Colts to the playoffs but lost to the Buffalo Bills in the wild card round. And that is where we thought the story of Philip Rivers would end. One last attempt on a new team to win a Super Bowl and falling short in the playoffs. But no, he's back. He is now 44, overweight, and it's time to see what he can do. Of course, he's not the first quarterback to retire and come back for more, but he certainly is the one who waited the longest to come back for more. I'd actually be very curious to see what the Colts offered him to come back, because clearly they offered him something that made him want to. Or if they didn't, what made him want to come back? Because the other quarterbacks that have retired didn't stay retired that long. Brett Favre retired, one season as a Jet, came back as a Viking the next year. Tom Brady retired as a Buccaneer. Then 40 days later, came back and for another season with the Buccaneers. And those made sense because it was guys at the end of their career just deciding every offseason, do I want to play another year? If yes, okay. If no, okay. Philip Rivers retired under 40 and now will be going back into the fray, which that is unheard of for a quarterback. So what will Philip Rivers be able to do for the Colts? Well, it all depends on how good he is now. If he's bad, it changes nothing. The Colts are already going to get destroyed and miss the playoffs. If he is competent, at least average, I think he can take the Colts to the playoffs with just a few more wins. Now, this whole remaining schedule is tough. It's not easy. This week they got the Seahawks. They got the 49ers coming up. It's not a cakewalk. The Colts will have to win a few games, at least probably 3, to have a realistic shot at the playoff spot, which I could see him doing, but that would require Philip Rivers to be average to really good. And if he's not that, then this whole return was kind of pointless. But maybe he will be great. Maybe he'll come back, wow the crowd, and maybe lead that team to the playoffs. So with that being said, guys, please like, share, subscribe down below, comment what you think, and I'll see you next time.